Alright, here's a quick review on solving inequalities. The given problem that we have is negative 66 is less than negative 2q plus 5q. The first thing that I notice is that I have like terms on the same side of the inequality, so I'm going to combine them. So negative 2q plus 5q gives me 3q. I rewrote my problem down here so I would have room to show my work. Now we need to isolate q, and since it's being multiplied by 3, the opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides of the inequality by 3. Negative 66 divided by 3 is going to give us negative 22. I bring down my inequality sign, and 3q divided by 3 gives me q. So my solution is negative 22 is less than q. But most of us like to read an inequality starting with the variable. So I can just read this backwards. Q is greater than negative 22. I chose to write it backwards as well so that I'd be more comfortable graphing my solution. Now, in order to graph my solution, I need to know whether I'm going to graph right or left and whether it's going to be an open or closed circle. So I've made some notes up here. It's a greater than sign, so I know I'm going to shade to the right as well as have an open circle. So, open circle at negative 22, shade to the right to indicate that all of those values will make this inequality true. All right, let's look at one more. This time we've got negative 6y minus 4 plus 4y is greater than or equal to negative 44. Again, I notice that I have like terms on the same side of the inequality, so I'm going to go ahead and combine those first. That will give me negative 2y minus 4 is greater than or equal to negative 44. Now, since this is my only variable left, I need to isolate it, and so I'm going to do the opposite of subtracting 4. So the opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4, and of course I'm going to do that to both sides to keep the inequality balanced. All right, now we get negative 2y is greater than or equal to negative 40. If negatives mess you up, please use the calculator to do those calculations. Lastly, I need to isolate the y. It's being multiplied by negative 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. But here's where the trick comes in. We need to remember that when we multiply or divide both sides of an inequality, we are going to have to change the inequality sign. So instead of it being a greater than or equal to, it's going to be a less than or equal to. So our final answer is y is less than or equal to 20. Now remember from the previous slide that the equal means that I'm going to have a solid circle. So I make a solid circle at 20 to say that it's part of the solution. And less than is going to mean I'm going to shade to the left. So all values less than 20 and including 20 will make this inequality true.